Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech and this is a camera comparison between the OnePlus 5T and the LG V30 Plus. Now let's look at the specs. On the rear, LG V30 Plus comes with a dual camera setup with a 16 megapixel camera with f1.6 aperture and 3-axis optical image stabilization. Following that is a 13 megapixel camera with f1.9 aperture, wide-angle lens with up to 120-degree field of view. That is followed by a laser-assisted focus and an LED flash. OnePlus 5T also comes with a dual camera setup with a 16 megapixel primary camera and a 20 megapixel secondary camera, both with f1.7 aperture and dual LED flash. On the front, LG comes with a 5 megapixel camera with f2.2 aperture and OnePlus 5T comes with a 16 megapixel camera with f2.0 aperture. Now let's look at the camera interface. So guys, this is the OnePlus 5T and we have the shutter button over here. We can swipe it to the left side to enter the video mode to record video. We can swipe it right again to go back to the photo mode. We have a 1x button over here. If you click over here, it gives you a 2x digital zoom. Now we can swipe left once more to enter the portrait mode. We have a quick shortcut for gallery over here, and if you press this button over here, you can switch between the primary camera and the front facing camera. Next we have the auto Hdr toggle over here. Flash toggle over here, we have auto flash and flash always on. If you go to the front facing camera, we have the flash over here. We have the auto flash even for the front facing camera. Now let's go back to LG V30 Plus. So this is the camera interface. I've enabled camera roll over here. So every time I take a picture, I get a quick preview over there. So it's a nice feature to use the entire screen real estate. Next we can do a swipe down or swipe up gesture to switch between the cameras. That's the front and rear. We have two toggles on the right side. This is for the primary camera and this is for the secondary wide angle camera. Let me just show you that. So we are using the primary camera now, and if you click this button, it will switch to the wide angle camera. So this is the wide angle camera. Next we have this button over here for modes. Over here we have the cine mode, manual video recording and manual mode for photos. If we go back, this is the front facing camera, and over here we have two modes once again. This is the normal selfie mode and this is the wide angle selfie mode. Next, this is the toggle for flash, and as you can see, there's just on and off. There is no auto flash for the front facing camera. By the way guys, on the OnePlus 5T, you can access the modes from here. As you can see, there is pro mode for photos, but there is no manual recording for video. So guys, now let's look at the sample pictures. So guys, these are some shots taken in daylight and well-lit conditions. Both the phones have auto HDR, so all these shots are taken with the primary cameras of both the phones with auto HDR turned on. So in well-lit conditions, dynamic range is slightly better on 5T, colors are saturated on LG and close to accurate on OnePlus 5T. LG has exposure issues where it tries to make the images bright, but sometimes images look blown out, and because of that you will lose details. OnePlus does a good job with exposure control. Focusing speeds are faster on LG because of the laser assisted focus. Even the sharpness is slightly better on LG. All these images were taken early in the morning, so OnePlus 5T has the correct color balance, whereas LG tries to make it neutral. Now these are the images taken with HDR turned on both the phones. Images from OnePlus looks brighter and cleaner, while images from LG look kinda faded sometimes. When zoomed in, OnePlus images lack sharpness and images look kinda edited with more contrast. So on the whole, in HDR mode, images from OnePlus look better, but I wish it was sharper too. Now these are some macro shots taken with the primary camera of the V30. Because of the f1.6 aperture, bokeh effect looks better on LG. While taking macro shots, focusing speeds were faster on LG, especially the tap to focus was super fast. On OnePlus 5T, it was decent. To sum it up, there isn't much difference in well-lit conditions. LG has exposure issues and 5T doesn't. There is a difference in color temperature and images from LG are more sharp. Now coming to the additional features, OnePlus 5T offers portrait mode, and here are some sample pictures in comparison with the regular pictures from LG. So if you want portrait mode right out of the box, OnePlus 5T is better. Going on next, OnePlus 5T also offers a quick button for 2x zoom. On OnePlus 5, secondary camera had a telephoto lens, but 5T doesn't. So just like OnePlus 5, even the 5T has a 2x button, but this time it's just a digital zoom. So here are some sample pictures. Now coming to LG V30 Plus, it has a wide-angle lens for its secondary camera and it gives it 120-degree field of view. So here are some sample shots. Images from the primary camera are followed by the wide-angle camera. Now these are the shots taken directly from the wide-angle camera. When we use the wide-angle camera, comparatively colors have more contrast and have accurate color balance. Even the dynamic range is pretty good. Portrait mode is great, but I think having an extra wide-angle camera is more awesome, or at least more fun to play with. Now coming to selfies, you get wider selfies with LG and that's all it has. Selfies on LG are overexposed, so you get bright selfies, but colors are faded. The t-shirt in this image was black and you can see how the color changed. In terms of color reproduction, OnePlus 5T does a better job. In good lighting conditions, LG does a good job, but on the whole, for selfies, OnePlus 5T is better. In low light indoor conditions, images are soft on both the phones, colors look faded on LG and saturated on OnePlus. In very low light conditions on LG, colors are inaccurate, has exposure issues and has more noise than OnePlus 5T. By the way, both the phones use the display as flash, 5T has auto flash and LG doesn't. So that's another advantage with 5T. Here are some more sample shots. These are some images taken in low light indoor conditions. Here none of them are exceptionally good, but having that, both have their own pros and cons. In very low light conditions, OnePlus 5T uses its secondary camera, where it merges data from 4 pixels to deliver brighter and cleaner images. Here are the sample shots. Images look more cleaner with more contrast on 5T. So in low light, OnePlus 5T is better, but there isn't a huge difference between both the phones. Now coming to video, both the phones can shoot video in 4K with stabilization, and here's the footage recorded in 4K but scaled down to 1080p. Stabilization looks much better on the 5T. Colors look saturated on LG, it's bright, but sometimes colors look faded. Now I switch to wide angle camera on the LG V30 Plus. By the way, we can switch cameras even while recording video. Even now there is some stabilization, but not as good as the 5T. Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech and this is a camera comparison between the OnePlus 5T and the LG V30 Plus. And I'm recording video on both the phones in 1080p. On LG V30 Plus, I'm recording video in the wide angle mode. This is the video footage from the front camera. Colors look better on 5T and they look faded on LG because of the exposure issues. Stabilization is good on both the phones, but comparatively it's better on 5T. Footage from LG freezes for a split second now and then. On the whole, I like the footage quality from the 5T, but if I had to pick a winner, I'll pick LG for the wider footage. This is a video shot in low light in 4K on both the phones using the rear cameras. This will be followed by a video shot using the front-facing camera in low light. Now that's not all. LG also offers manual video recording, where you can also record audio in high definition and record the entire video in LG CineLog format and color grade it later. LG also offers us a dedicated mode called Cine Video Mode, where we have 15 different color grading presets to add a cinematic look. Here are some sample shots. So guys, to conclude, for regular photography, OnePlus 5T is better. It definitely has better front-facing camera, it does a slightly better job in low light, and for rear cameras, it's debatable. Now, if you're a photography enthusiast who likes to take the complete advantage of its cameras, then LG V30 Plus will be better. Even if you are into video recording, LG V30 Plus is the winner because of all the features it offers. With LG, you also get wider cameras than the 5T. On the whole, when you're comparing these two phones, it's not just about the cameras. You have to consider the price and other features these phones offer. So guys, looking at these sample pictures and the sample footage, which phone do you think did better? Do let me know by commenting below this video, and if you want us to make any specific video, tweet out to us with the hashtag AskGreedyTech and we will try to make it as soon as possible. If you are planning to buy either of these phones, use the link in the description, it helps the channel. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel to see more cool videos on tech. I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.